Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So about almost 2 months ago, I think it was now, I did this look on my sister. I just basically haven't gotten around to editing it, but it's basically just like a soft day glam kind of look. So pretty much here I started off with priming her face. She's already got moisturizer on, but I just used the Benefit Professional for this, just mainly in her T-zone, as that's where her problem areas are the most. I really love this primer, especially if you do have oily skin as well. Makes everything last and just fills in any pores, fine lines, that kind of thing. I'm just going in with her base, so I did wait about 5 minutes for that primer to kind of sink into her skin. I mixed two foundations here, so I mixed the NARS Barcelona and one of her foundations. It was the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, as it was a little bit light, so I just put in the Barcelona just to darken it up a little bit. It was the first time I used the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I've really been wanting to try it. It is quite a full coverage, but it does look really flawless, but still in a natural way, so it hides everything, but it's not cakey. So basically, I like to go in just with a face brush and do one side of the face, blend it out with my Beauty Blender, just in case I guess it kind of sets in some areas, so I like to kind of work my way around the face. And I also like to blend it down the neck as well, especially if you're going somewhere and you're wearing, you know, something that shows your chest, even put it on your chest as well. I then went in with it's like a Hocus Pocus highlighter. It's by Soap & Glory. This is beautiful. You can't get it here in Australia, but my sister brought it back for me when she went to Europe. But it's gorgeous. I mean, you don't have to use this one, but this is just a really nice one. You can get it online if you really want it. And then I just concealed her under eye area and also, you know, brightened it up a little bit. So I'm just going in with my Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I really like this one. It does hide, but it also, yeah, it doesn't crease under the eye area as well, I find. And it brightens just a little bit as well. So again, just going in with a small brush and then blending it out with a Beauty Blender. And you want to make sure all the creases are out, because now I go in with my RCMA No Color Powder and then put it mainly under the eyes and kind of on the edges of the nose. I don't know if you've heard me talk about this in my previous videos, but I love this powder. It's amazing for dry skin, oily skin, everything, you know. So I've got dry skin and I use it on myself. And I find that my concealer just lasts all night long. And my sister has oily skin, so it works for both of us. Here I'm just going in with my DB contour kit. I know that they've discontinued this, but it's very similar to the Kat Von D contour kit as well. So basically just going in with the two like bronzy shades, and just warming up, you know, her temples, forehead, cheekbones, and a little bit on her jawline and chin, and a little bit on the ears as well, especially if you are having photos or having your hair up. Just make sure that you put some on the ears as well, because it's going to look a little bit funny if you've got lighter ears. I then went in with that cooler tone just near her cheekbones a little bit more, just to define it. And then I'm going in with the RCMA powder just all over her face, just to make sure everything's set. The only thing with this powder is I just really wish that the container was different. So I think I'm going to have to get just like a cheap alternative, you know, powder, and just empty it and then put, you know, this one in here. So that's my only downside, is I feel like I waste a lot of the product. Here I'm just doing her brows. So I just went in with, I think it's Soap & Glory. I think she got this from Europe as well. So basically I just brushed up her brows and then went in with this. I personally don't like this. She loves it. But for me, I just felt it was a little bit too waxy. But I mean, it still looks really nice. It was just, yeah, a little bit waxy. I then just go in with my brow gel by Essence, just to set everything in place and make sure everything lasts. I'm then going in with that same concealer by Maybelline, the Fit Me one, just all over the lid. Just to basically prime. You know, you don't have to use like MAC Soft Ochre. That is a really good one, but I find if you don't have it, you can just use your concealer and then set it in place with, you know, translucent powder, which is what I'm doing here. And I find that when you put your eyeshadows on top of this, it just blends really nicely, but also acts as like you know, it just cancels out any discoloration or veins and things like that that you have on your eyelid and makes your eyeshadow stay a little bit longer. So here I'm just going in for a really natural look. I'm just using my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I've raved about this so much in my previous videos. It's probably, you know, my all-time favorite go-to palette, whether it's, you know, a simple day look or a glam look, just because I feel like you can get both with this palette. I do want to try out their other palettes, so if you guys have tried any of, you know, Too Faced other palettes, then let me know, because the quality of, you know, the eyeshadows are amazing. So basically I just went in the crease with the caramel tone, and then deepened up, you know, the outer corner a little bit more with the more deeper chocolate colors. I then went in with the gold color over her lid, and then carried on those shadows underneath her lash line as well, just to tie everything together. I did notice that it wasn't as pigmented, so I went in with like a L'Oreal, I think it's the Gold Mania eyeshadow, and this is a little bit more pigmented. I mean, it's really nice, the Too Faced one, but I find it's just a little bit thinner, I guess. Like, it's not as pigmented. It wasn't the look I was going for. So I just added that other L'Oreal one over the top, and then blending again, and then adding more where I want it, you know, just deepening up the outer corner a little bit as well. And then, yeah, just deepening up the lash line a little bit again. And then I went in with my Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner. So firstly, I like to put it on the back of my hand just to warm up the product. And then I like to start with the actual wing first. I find this the easiest for me, and get the client to open up their eyes. And yeah, basically I just follow the lash line where it would keep going, the bottom lash line. If you guys want an in-depth tutorial, then just let me know, because I do have an easier way again, which I found out. But yeah, basically I just did it thinner in the inner corner, and then getting thicker towards the outer corner as well. And then here the camera just stopped working, so I was just baking underneath her cheekbones, because this really makes the cheekbones pop with that same powder by RCMA. And then going with a nice pinkish tone blush, and then adding my Mary Luminizer highlighter. Of course, this is my favorite, so just doing it on her cheekbones, bridge of her nose, top of her lip, and then going in with my Essence lip liner. I'll leave all the products listed down below, guys. Please remember that this is my sister as well, so obviously some things you wouldn't do on a client. Like here I put on the NYX Butter Lip Gloss. Obviously you put this on your hand first, but she is my sister, so we kind of just share everything. But yeah, and then I just brushed off all the powder, and then basically, yeah, just blended everything nicely with that fluffy brush. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and then I did spray it with the Urban Decay, or no, I think it's the, I can't remember what it's called, but it's just their setting spray. But yeah, I really like how this look turned out, guys. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.